Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Edwards Trades. I'm here to give an overall general recap of the overall stock market, where we at, how are things looking, where we're heading, this and that. I'm going to explain it the best way I can in the simplest way I can. So once again, we're looking back at the NASDAQ 100. And for those of you guys that have missed out last week's trading session, I know by the time I upload this video, it will be the start of August, but I'm referring to the week of the 22nd to the 26th. So for those of you guys who weren't keeping track or updated with news, basically I mentioned in my last video that we were waiting on the FOMC meeting that was on, believe it was on the 24th, to decide whether the meeting was a indication of whether or not the market was going to be either continuing a bearish trend as on the Nasdaq 100, downward trend line, or we're going to make an upward trend depending on whether or not the FOMC meeting that Wednesday was good or bad news. So what ended up happening on that Wednesday, which was the 26th of Wednesday, I'm going to double check that. 1 second. The 27th of Right, so it was the 27th of Wednesday. So just to sum up what happened, basically the stock markets rallied that week. As you can see here, we had a bullish engulfing candle here. We were making new sets of higher highs and higher lows, which is basically means that it's a clear uptrend. And if we go, this is a weekly time frame. We have this big green candle here, where sterling RSI showing an uptrend. And if we go to the daily time frame, as you can see here, we've been rallying for quite a while. We have that higher high, higher low formation. So we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We broke out a major resistance. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that we've broken out. We're kind of in this ascending channel here. We're just constantly making new higher highs and higher low, which is a clear indication of an uptrend. And basically what Wednesday's meeting revealed to us is that the FOMC meeting, the federal interest rate was kept at 0.75, which was typically a good sign to help clear inflation and bring it down. So a lot of buyers anticipated, basically it was good news, which allowed the market to rally and change from a bearish momentum to a bullish sentiment at the moment in the short term. So like I said, we've had a tremendous upside momentum in the NASDAQ and the tech sector in general. So again, we do have earnings that like companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Google reported great earnings. So that's another sign of the companies are doing well financially, even amidst inflation, that they're having great sales, great reports, financial reports. So there's more earnings reports coming out later this week, which you guys should keep track of. And yeah, so basically, just to sum up what I just said, is that the week of the 22nd to the 26th, we were waiting on the 20. Oh, excuse me, we're waiting on the 24th to see whether or not the FOMC meeting was going to reveal if they're going to increase interest rate hikes. And like I said, they decided not to, because the original consensus was that they were going to increase it by a whole 1%, which would have probably led to a more bearish trend, more downward pressure, more selling pressure. But it turns out, like I said, they kept it at 0.75%. The stock market rallied, and currently we're sitting above major. We're basically rallying, and we're heading this bullish momentum, which is a good sign. Earnings are good. And yeah, this is the NASDAQ 100. So that's basically it, what has happened throughout the whole week. Again, for the short time being, with earnings and these major companies reporting their financials, we could be seeing more upside potential throughout the month of August if, again, inflation is calming down. Our CPI data is coming out for August. It reveals that inflation is in fact slowing. If that's more good news and more positive outlook in the overall economy and the market, we could be expecting more upward momentum, more stocks to rally, more the tech sector, more investors to go to risk on investments, especially in the tech sector, and go from risk off to risk on, and that's a good sign. So overall, everything's looking good. Bulls are doing great. Like I said, on a weekly time frame, we got a nice bullish engulfing candle here. We closed out of previous highs are right around basically the sideways channel here from the start of May to the end of July. So everything's looking good so far. Companies are doing good, financials are great, and yeah, that's basically what July 27th of the FOMC meeting revealed, that inflation is going down, everything's looking good. We're just waiting to see if the CPI data for August is going to reveal that inflation is getting a lot better. So this is the Nasdaq 100. So like I said, everything's good, positive outlook, good news, good companies, so on and so forth. So now we're going to take a look at the QQQs and where we're heading. Whoops, that's not it. 1 second. Okay, so these are the QQQs. So just like the Nasdaq 100, we are, again, this is a weekly time frame, bullish engulfing candle here. We were able to push from previous lows of 286 all the way to the high, which was 312, I think, according 316, which was a high on the weekly time frame. Again, just like the Nasdaq, upward channel. We're making higher highs and higher low. We have a higher high here. Let me see if I can get my drawing here. And like I said, higher highs and higher lows are a clear indication of an uptrend. It's a bull trend. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys just real quick what it looks like. We have a higher high here, right? We have a higher high. Then we have a lower high here. And then we have a higher high here. And then we have a higher low here in this region. So now, for this week's trading session, all we're probably waiting for is another higher high and possibly another higher low somewhere along this white trend line here. And we've been respecting this white trend line since the start of, what was it, July 14th. So like I said, we're just waiting. We're basically testing this line of support. Right here we reject, came down, retested, rallied. We could be probably expecting another, come down, retest of this trend line. Again, higher highs and higher lows as I drew out here. Good indication, overall bullish. I like where it's going. If companies continue to report good earnings this week, we could rally a little higher and, maybe go back from going into a bear market to a bull market. So for the short time being and for the past 2 weeks, I must say, we've been doing pretty good. Bulls were able to stay in control and, drive sellers out. And moving on to risk on investments. So now I'm going to move over to not SPY. Oh yeah, to SPY. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on to SPY real quick. And then, yeah, just like I mentioned earlier, we were rallying major resistance levels. We were able to retest a crucial resistance area here. We had a rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection. Or actually, excuse me, let me rephrase that. We tested this as support during the month of May here, as you can see on the bottom below the screen, 511. We're kind of in this sideways channel here. We managed to broke down during June, the beginning of June, which led to a lot of immense selling pressure. And now we were just respecting this right here in this region. I meant to say that here, it was previous support, and then after we made this major gap down on the 9th of June, we rejected it, resistance, resistance. We've managed to hit resistance a bit, turned it into support, 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 and then we rallied off. So again, much like the Nasdaq and the QQQs, again, upward channel. We have, again, here clearly a upward trend. We have a higher high here. We have a lower high here. We have a higher high here. And then we have a higher low here. So once again, just like the Nasdaq, SPYs, and the QQQs, the tech sector have been, going crazy. They've been blasting off. Everything's looking good in the short term. Interest rates are kept at 0.75. There's no need to panic. Inflation and the economy is doing a lot better. And yeah, so overall, market's looking great. We're probably expecting. We're probably going to maybe see more upside potential throughout the following week. Of course, it's not over. Anything could happen in the market, but from my personal perspective, with how good these companies are reporting their earnings, especially Apple, which we'll take a look at just fairly quickly. These companies doing well on their, these companies doing extremely well. That's driving a lot of momentum in the market and creating a lot of hype. And one particular company that I was, I'm not trying to use this drawing here, apologize, but Apple was definitely, rallied the market as they make up their a big indicator of a big component of the Nasdaq SPYs and the QQQs, Apple. And yeah, they reported. I don't know. I forgot if they beat or missed earnings. I might have to look back on that. But all I know is that during after hours, the market rallied pretty immensely, which I'll show just now. But yeah, just like that, just like SPYs, QQ, Nasdaq, upper channel, higher high, higher low, higher high. Excuse me, higher low, higher high, higher low, respecting this trend line. And yeah, overall market is bullish. Like to see that. And now we're going to take a quick look at Apple. And that'll be it for this week's video. I will upload another video tomorrow, August 1st, just to give out my clear predictions, go a little bit more in depth. But this is just a quick recap of what has happened throughout the FOMC meeting. So again, we go to the 4-hour time frame. This was during earnings. This was on the 28th, which was, I believe it was Thursday or Friday. No, excuse me, that's not correct. I don't know why it's not giving me the right date here. The 20. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, I apologize because my calendar's on August because it just turned August. My bad. I meant to say it was on Thursday. So last Thursday's trading session, Apple rallied, immensely carried the overall market. We're sitting on this kind of like bull flag, you can say here, for Apple, and Apple still continue to make new. You could say here that's like kind of like a bull flag scenario that's going on here from a hourly perspective. But overall, like I said, Apple really carried the overall market after reported great earnings, and we could be seeing more upside potential. But yeah, we could be seeing a bull flag here in this formation. So yeah, I mean, we have like support here on this psychological resistance line here. But that's not really too important. The overall bigger picture is that, the market's looking pretty bullish. Companies are reporting great earnings, and the markets continue to see higher. And much like to the Nasdaq, SPYs, and QQQs, we're respecting this trend line. Again, a touch here, fall, bounce, touch here, fall, bounce. And then, again, higher highs, higher lows, same scenario, huge gap up. So again, we're just expecting maybe a possible pullback, maybe a little cool off this week. But again, earnings, there's still a lot of companies this week that are reporting earnings. I believe it's NVIDIA, AMD. Let me go ahead and go here. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Well, I guess not for some odd reason. Okay, well, it's not too much of an issue, but just again, the overall picture is that market's looking good, economy's looking great. Again, continuous uptrend. Bulls are definitely taking over, and yeah, we're probably going to see more upside potential as long as the earnings continue to do well. So that was the overall quick recap. I wanted to make it super brief, super simple. Sorry for uploading this video so late, but please, for the record, I would like to take any personal requests that you guys have in the comment sections. If you guys have any particular stocks you want me to look at, I'll be more than happy to make those requests for you and do my own self-analysis on these stocks in particular. And please give a thumbs up and like the video, and share it to your friends and whatnot. I really enjoy making these videos, and I would like to have a little bit of likes, recommendations and stuff like that. But again, I will leave a link to Webull, which is the account I'm using to basically what I'm using to record these videos. I'm using Webull. That's the trading platform I'm using currently. And like I said, I'll provide a referral link down below. You and I get free stocks, roughly about valued from $1 to $1,200. It's totally free. All you got to do is just sign up, click the referral link, sign up, open up an account, and deposit like anywhere from $1 to how much money you want, and to receive your free stocks. It helps me out with this channel, and it's, like I said, free money. So I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up and a like. But yeah, I'll upload another video later this week, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. So peace.